What's going on, guys? Dalibor here for T3G Vlogs. Continuing our work with the Nexus 100 Volume 2, 100 Days of Making Comics, the Anthology, is day 19? Yep, definitely day 19. A friend just called me. She needs a tablet to go out of town with. I think I'm gonna set her up with the Surface. I think that's gonna be the easiest for her all around. For some reason it's out of space. That doesn't make sense. Since I don't use it, I'm gonna give her one of the Androids. Rocking a T3G today. Essentials, wallet, multi-tool, a convenient pocket knife, my watch when I remember it, and since I haven't worn it in a while, the ring.
Water, the liquid centers, the sisters, mothers, daughters. I can't explain the way the knot to my neck unravel to the hip.
Whoever's in charge of placing buildings and entrances to buildings should get punched in the face sometimes. This building where she works is off the main street, but you can only enter through one of the side streets, and you can only get to that side street from one direction off the main street. Alright, so I'm just updating some... Yo. Oh my god, why? As I just told him, I'm about to do some recording, just updating OBS to have the latest version, latest release, full installer. And then while we're doing that, we're also gonna multitask, install the new games we're gonna be playing. We did that one, that was awful. Check out Friday's, which I guess for you guys will be today's gaming video. So here's the thing, the game is ready to go. Well, I mean, the actual fundamentals of it are completed. Now I have to actually compile a game of my own. So I've got some ideas on how to lay out some fun rectangle destroying levels and a fun twist at the end. Should be interesting. We'll see what happens. I had an issue at the beginning of the entire process when we first started launching the ball that has not been resolved, was not brought up in the actual lecture. So as with all Arkanoid block breaker versions, it is a ball that bounces off your paddle, off the balls, off the bricks up here, brakes, etc, etc, etc. Problem with this, I'm able to launch the ball from any position as if it was on the paddle. Now while that could be an interesting game mechanic, you know, if you use a different sprite instead of a ball, call it a little spaceship or whatever, a little dude with a jetpack or whatever, yeah, you could make this more interesting that way. So I want to know why it does this, why it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and that is no longer accept the mouse button input after it's been launched, and how to fix it. But that is left for another day. I've been doing this for about an hour and a half. I've said this before, once I get into code, I get really into code. Now, I'm gonna polish off page 1 of the comic. I almost dropped my headphones. I'm gonna polish off page 1 of the comic, and I'm gonna probably start page 2. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. I got page 1 pretty much squared away. The only thing I haven't done yet is the dialogue. Well, not the dialogue. As I mentioned before, there's no dialogue. The text, I have not done the text yet. But the actual images are done. Image for page 1. I've set up a black border for pages 2 and 3 because they're gonna need to basically kind of look the same at a first glance. So I've got kind of the same format, same, you know, separation, everything like that. And then I've got a black border set up for the rest of the pages as well. And all the trim and excess bleed space and all that stuff. We gonna get our money's worth. We gonna get our money's worth on that print. We gonna use up all their black ink, all of it. I did do a sample black and white version of page 1, just by adjusting a slider in the Windows Photo Editor. Windows Photo, whatever, in Windows Photos. So you see there, I added a tiny little moon there. I actually think the proportion's kind of wrong, but I'm not really looking for realism in this story. So I also shrunk the size of the Earth. I kind of want it there to be more of a anticipation, like we are not going to be talking about this, we're going to be talking about this. I think this is actually going to be really cool because I'm doing it as a mixed kind of media thing. It'll allow me to not really have to think about some things like drawing the earth, like figuring out how to draw just like various like background star formations and shit like that. Just was able to use some imagery, modify it, adjust it, put it in its place where it needs to be to make what I want happen. I'm actually going to put this battery back on the charger, even though it did charge last night. Tomorrow we're going to Milwaukee. We're going to the Harley Davidson Museum, the beginning of the travel, what I'm calling it the hashtag 50in7, 50in7. I want to go to 50 states in the next 7 years. So basically by the time I hit 40, I want to have already been at all countries, in all states. It's, anyway, I'm going to bed. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm done.